I get it. You're ruminating about your ex, the narcissist. You're watching narcissist videos. You're trying to figure this out. First of all, I want you to know that this video was the video that got hacked. And I'm redoing it because I thought that I had the raw footage and they hacked the whole file. This was a video I tried to send off to an editor. So I'm redoing it. And I feel like there's a lot of energy behind this rumination video in many ways. See, everything is energy. We're all connected energetically. And for a long time, I didn't want to talk about narcissism because I was like, oh, that energetically is feeding into the negative vibration and it's really lowbrow. No. If you're ruminating about narcissist, there's a reason you're on the planet right now. And there's a reason you're here watching this video. This video is for you. And energetically, something didn't want to get it out, but there's something within me that knows that you need to hear this. Ruminating comes from, the word comes from a cow chewing their cud. Meaning they're chewing on their like hay and all of the stuff, right? The grass, and they're chewing it over and over because they can't process it. Maybe you're ruminating because there's something you can't process. Maybe this video couldn't get out before because energetically there was something that couldn't be processed yet. But if you are part of this, you're noticing maybe that there's a paradigm shift at play. And there are a lot of people talking about narcissism now, not just therapists, not just people that are lowbrow, but people of all walks of life. We're shining a light on this so that we can heal it. Maybe you're ruminating because you're being called to heal this now, not just for you, but for me and for everybody, because energetically, we are coming up against this thing now. It's light and dark. The shift can take place when we finally face it. When we finally allow ourselves to process what happened. So maybe you're ruminating because you were going to be married, or you were married, or your ex-girlfriend, boyfriend, you fill in the blank, just pulled off their mask and you're a little shocked. That can be extremely shocking. It would be weird if you weren't ruminating, if you weren't trying to process. That's what the narcissist does. The narcissist does not ruminate. I asked, is the narcissist still thinking about you? Not in this way. It's perfecting its game for moving forward. See, the problem is that they're playing a game and they've spread it over the whole world, even though they're a small percentage. They've spread their game over the whole world, but we don't know the rules. So now the rest of us have this great opportunity in this paradigm shift to wake up, to actually process and move forward. And it can be uncomfortable. We have to talk about things that we maybe don't want to talk about, and even face things that are embarrassing. We all make mistakes. I've been pointed out on these videos about mistakes. Can you believe that? Of course, I make mistakes. I'm learning and growing. We're all evolving. So maybe you're ruminating because you're interested in evolving. You're interested in growing past a negative situation. Maybe you were just with this person and they ghosted you or blocked you, and now they're off on vacation with their new supply going, oh, that's yesterday's news, get over it. And you have to co-parent with this person. And you're learning about all the new supply, and you're having to navigate being a parent and having your kid go there. I mean, there is so much. So first, forgive yourself. 325 years ago, in another lifetime of mine, when I was in my early 20s, I was engaged. And I've shared this before, but it's worth sharing. And he was cheating on me with everybody. He was a grandiose narcissist, very life of the party, fun. And so I should have seen all the signs because he was out all night and all this stuff. But I was in my early 20s and I was just trusting and open and thought it was fine. So naive, but nonetheless, this man was cheating with everybody everywhere, but I didn't know it, and we were engaged to be married. And so when the mask finally came off and we broke up, he was free to be open about his shenanigans, and so many women were coming forth. And then he had this new girlfriend a week later and introduced me as an old acquaintance when we bumped into each other out. And I was in major rumination, because it's like a sliding glass doors moment when your life could go this way or this way, and you see it and you're like, whoa, that was me, I'm you. And you start to see the reflection of all of us in each other. So maybe you're ruminating because you thought your life was going to go in a different direction, and now you're watching it play out, but with this new it's like the new, remember the new Becky on Roseanne? It's like the new Becky. You're like, oh, I've been recast. Oh, this is interesting. I didn't even know. I got the script this morning, and I was on the show yesterday, but I guess I've been recast today. So of course you can ruminate. That happened to a friend of mine, by the way. She was on a show. I won't divulge the show name, but she was a child actress, and she shows up on set. She'd been shooting the show every day, big show, network series, and then she shows up one day, and they just rewrote. She wasn't on the show, but nobody even bothered to tell her. That's total narcissism to a 10-year-old. So this is like what the narcissist did to you, maybe. Where they're like, recast, oh, this is my new supply. Oh, get over it. What's wrong with you? This is my girlfriend. And yeah, our kid should just totally hang out with her or him and be fine with it. And you should be fine with it. And yeah, so what? We were going to get married yesterday. Today, I'm out in the open about what a jerk I am. So you might be trying to process. That's healthy. That is healthy. And it can be really hard to become aware that it was a big facade, or to go into these narcissism videos and to realize, oh my gosh, it's the same with everybody. But the good thing is that we can come out of this cognitive dissonance because you see stories shared from all over the world, and it is the same script with narcissists. But see, we all haven't been talking about it. Because we're like, oh, that's low vibration. Let's just be happy and all sing kumbaya. And then the narcissists are like, yeah, don't talk about it, because otherwise we're not going to keep playing our game on you. So allow yourself to ruminate, but process it. Don't ruminate forever. Have some forgiveness for yourself for loving somebody and having it be a bait and switch. Have some grace for yourself for wanting to process what just happened to you. So your body doesn't know that you weren't just hit by a Mack truck. Your body thinks you were just hit by a Mack truck. That's what it feels like. So you wouldn't be mean and say, get over it if you were just hit by a truck. But we do that with our emotions. Like, oh, you just want to get over it. Or maybe you have been processing this for a long time. It's only natural, and through the triangulation, they do that deliberately so that you will ruminate. So you have to remember that a narcissist wants control. They want you to fear them, love them, or hate them. They don't want indifference. So when you've really healed, you'll become indifferent. When you're really healed, you'll be indifferent. So sometimes it actually helps to ruminate. It's the slow burn rumination that keeps you stuck for years. But if you allow yourself to go all in and just do it full blast, then you can move through the process. So 3 quick tips, really fast way to just get in and get on with it, because sometimes it just can get so obnoxious. So the first thing is, allow yourself to get so nauseated with this story. Write it out 1,000,000 times. Tell it. Get on here and, in a place like this, write it in the comments, because it can help. It's a healthy place to gather in community, and you can do that. Write it out for yourself. Sit with it. Ask yourself, what do I need to learn from this? Why am I still processing this? The second thing is to mourn what you thought was going to happen with them. Sometimes you project so much of that dream onto that person that it's the dream that dies along with them. So you're ruminating, oh, but I wanted this wonderful relationship. Well, you still can. But I wanted, to go on a trip too, but they stole that from me. You still can. Or maybe they stole birthday or a special holiday from you, because now you have this terrible memory of how they hurt you on that day. And so you're ruminating because you really feel like they stole that holiday. Take it back. So number 2 is to mourn what you think you're losing. And then number 3 is to take that energy back and celebrate those things. Go to that restaurant that you had the terrible time and have a great time. Go with somebody fun. Go by yourself. Enjoy it. Go on that trip. Celebrate your birthday the way you want. Start taking the energy back. Go to that place, do the thing, go to the concert, have a great time, and reframe it without them. Because sometimes we're mourning what could have been, but it doesn't have to be with them. Not only does it not have to be with them, it's not going to be good with them. Then open yourself up to the true possibility. And that is how you can stop ruminating, yo. Thank you for being here. Let me know if you're ruminating. It's okay. Ruminate it out right here in the comments. And let's heal and raise up. Subscribe if you haven't, and thank you if you have. I see you and I bow to you. I'll see you next time.